we have our kitchen smelling lemony fresh, we're going to work on some chocolate chip blondie bars, and we're going to do one batch with regular sugar and the other batch with the monk fruit replacement sugar for our non-sugar eaters, and we will see the differences between them and if you're really missing the regular sugar. But I'm sure they're both going to be equally delicious. So let's get to it. So we got all our ingredients here. What you're going to need is some vanilla, some brown sugar, granulated sugar, walnuts if you want them, definitely chocolate chips, 2 eggs, and some baking soda and salt. And let's get to mixing our 2 different chocolate chip bars. One's going to be with monk fruit and one's going to be with regular sugar. This bowl here I am going to do with the monk fruit replacement sugar. So you want to get yourself a half stick of super soft room temperature butter, and you can do these in a mixer. So you're going to have your half a cup of softened butter, add a half a cup of brown monk fruit sugar replacement, and then a quarter cup of the white monk fruit sugar replacement. And to that, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And you want to cream all this together. And over to our regular sugar recipe, you're going to do the same thing. Half cup softened butter, half cup of regular brown sugar, quarter cup of regular granulated sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla to that. And you're going to cream all this together. Now you're going to add your 2 eggs. And incorporate those. Now I'm going to add some flour to the regular sugar batch, but this flour, I'm going to do this batch gluten-free so my son can eat these. And this is the Cup for Cup brand. And add some chocolate chips, allergen-free chocolate chips, or your regular old chocolate chips you like. All right, now this is the sugar-free one, and I'm going to do this one as regular flour, no gluten-free in here. Oh, and you know what? It's going to kill a recipe if I don't forget. Don't forget a half teaspoon of baking soda to each one. Dear Lord, that would have been a hot mess. And do a half teaspoon of salt to each one. All right, now we're good. Stir that in. And this one I like walnuts, and I'm going to be eating the sugar-free one, so I'm going to do some walnuts. And for my sugar-free chips, I do Lily's. They are a sweetened chocolate chip with stevia sugar. And you can do about a cup of those if you want, whatever to your taste. I'm doing some milk chocolate and semi-sweet in there. And that's good. All right, so our oven is preheating at 350 degrees, and now we are going to put our mixtures into our prepared 8x8 pan, and you can grease in flour or you can put parchment paper in there. Whoa. I like the parchment lined pans because then you can just lift the bar right out and you don't have any major scrubbing on the pans, and it's easier all around. Now this one is our regular sugar batch. And now we will do our monk fruit sugar batch. And I did taste the doughs. They both taste equally delicious. So we just need to see how they bake out and taste after the baking process. Smear it in. All right, and let's get these in the oven. So at the 20-minute mark, you want to just give your cookies a check, and they need about 7 to 10 more minutes. They're real jiggly. You want the toothpick to come out clean but with no batter on it. So our bars are ready. They both took 27 minutes, and they both came out clean. You still want them to be a little jiggly in the center, and we'll see how they taste. The darker one is the sugar-free, and the one on the left is the regular sugar. So there's a clear difference in baking color. All right, so I'm going to take my gluten-free regular sugar bars out. They smell great. This is why I do the parchment paper. They just pop out and your pan's clean. Voila, no mess. And let's take out our, they're still a little warm. Let's take out our sugar-free regular flour. A little bit darker. Clean pan. All right, I just can't wait. So these guys are still a little warm. And these are the monk fruit sugar replacement. So let's cut into them and see how they are. That's a total fail. I'm going to stick these back in the oven. They just did not cook. Let's try the outside. That's good. I'm going to throw these back in the oven. That was a disappointment, but boy, the outside tastes good. We're throwing them back in the oven. So the monk fruit bars are back in the oven. They were still raw in the middle, and cover them with some foil. Back in the oven, 350, and I'm going to cook them for another 10-15 minutes. So our monk fruit sugar bars came out Definitely darker, and they had to cook a lot longer, like 20 more minutes. And we are going to cut into these guys and give them a tester. This is the first time I've altered this blonde brownie with monk fruit sugar, so this is the real deal. We will find out. Texture-wise, they are definitely a little bit cakier. Definitely darker in color. They look good. Let's give it a try. Really pretty darn good. Very good. They're definitely cakier in texture. These guys are very good. Yes. That's a thumbs up. If you can't eat sugar, try it. So what do you think, Kevin? Do you like these here chocolate chip bars? Yeah, we're going to put these on a plate. And they're going to be a little gooey in the middle, the regular sugar ones. But they, once you put them in the fridge, man, oh, they're so good. Alrighty. There we go. So I'm really super happy how this little experiment came about, because I was afraid these monk fruit sugar ones weren't going to come out good, and they are delicious. So if you are diabetic, you're just trying to cut down on the sugar, you're going to enjoy these with a cup of coffee. And for you guys who still like the full-on sugar, salute. They are good too. Both are good. These are a little gooier, moisture, traditional. Monk fruit ones are a little more on the cakier side. But overall, really good. Enjoy and happy baking.